So for many people, a common fear is knowing how to balance their income and expenditure in retirement against an uncertain backdrop as to how long you're going to need your finances to support you. Unfortunately, nobody knows how long they're going to live, and therefore balancing an expectation of how long your money has to support you is very difficult. One of the key strategies that we strive for at Boulas is sustainability. If you can ask your finances to achieve an income that is sustainable against your expenditure pattern, then you can effectively plot a path through to a very successful retirement, no matter how long you live, and no matter how your capital base fluctuates in value throughout that time. Sustainability isn't achievable for everyone, and accepting that you're more likely to spend money in your early retirement than in your very later years, when perhaps travel is more difficult, is something that again has to be factored into that process. Using assets that can produce an income is useful. Capital balances that sit in cash deposits tend to have very little attraction to them in terms of interest in the current climate, and that can leave you eating into the capital as you spend your money. If you can engineer a strategy where you have cash that is designated for short-term expenditure, and then you have monies that are designated for long-term investment to try to achieve a return, whether that be in terms of property or stocks and shares, tends to be a better way of mixing your finances to produce the best possible income, which is going to sustain your finance for as long as possible. Clearly, this all comes back round to how much capital you have, how much risk you're willing to take, and of course your objectives as to how much money you want to spend. And that becomes an ongoing conversation. One of the best things here at Boulas is that we sit down with people on an annual basis at the very least to amend their plan and make sure that if their expenditure has increased, we've adapted the strategy accordingly, and that their assets are working hard to support them in retirement.